Hi, I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Dairy Magazine, reporting to you from Petaluma. As you can see behind me, there's a herd of Holstein cows feeding on the pasture land, soaking up the late afternoon sun with a cool breeze blowing from the Bay Area. And these cows are milked and owned by a local dairyman, Frank Gambonini. In addition to feeding his cows naturally from the pasture land, he actually has computerized feed machinery that takes care of the rest of the nutrients that these cows need.
So basically what we're standing in front of is our computer feed system. That's where all the concentrates for our cows are fed. This feed system can feed cows anywhere from 25-30 pounds of grain a day down to 0, depending on production, how you body condition, reproduction status, and so forth. This is, like I said, they get all their concentrates here. We are an organic herd, so all these hills in the background during the winter, spring, they'll be pasturing there. So they'll cut way back on the feed they eat here. This time of year is summer. Summertime, we got no water, so we have no grass. So we got a dry lot where they're eating alfalfa. They'll be eating concentrates out of our computer feed system. That's all fed by a 16-ton tank back here we have delivered once a week. We go through just about all that in a week. And then they also get silage. Silage is free choice. We got racks at each end of our pit, and the cows eat towards the center. We don't have any feed wagons, tractors to pull them, no labor to run the feed wagons or any of that. It takes us about 45 minutes a day to feed alfalfa and a couple minutes to move the chains on our silage pit. And the computer feeders take care of themselves, so it's very labor-free. The disadvantages of it is cost is higher. You're paying a mill to mix your feed rather than putting a wagon mixing it yourself. It's not a TMR. Very advantageous for catching sick cows and health problems though, because if cows are feeling good, they eat and they keep eating. And if they aren't, they cut back in the feed, and you'll notice it on the computer right away. So we're currently milking about 275 milk cows. We raise all our own young stock calves, replacements. We got about 540 acres that the dairy runs on and pasture here, and then another 100 acres just over the top of the hill that we lease for all our pasture ground. We try to get as much grass into the cows as we can, because grass to us is money. That's our cheapest feed and our easiest feed to work. Last couple of years there hasn't been a lot of it, but normal years we'll start pasturing milk cows. We can get some grass into them late October, November, depending on what kind of rains, and have them eating out on pasture through June, sometimes even mid-June if we have a real good year. Heifers, they are out on the hills. Everything up from about 9-10 months old and older will be on these hills behind you until they freshen as 2-year-olds. And we have them split up. Some fields have bulls for breeding or natural service, and then others, the bulls are kept out for the young stock. But they'll be up there all year long, and we probably got about 3 months after the year we'll have to supply them with some oat hay or some dry hay. The rest of the year they'll be living off the pasture grasses. Dairy's been here since 1913. Great-grandfather started it, so we kind of over time figured out a pretty good routine for running things. I am a 4th-generation dairyman. I got 3 kids that sometimes think they'll be the 5th. We will see where that goes down the road.
Thank you, Frank. Learn more about California dairymen near you by reading California Dairy Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.